Isaiah, would you rather have five guys tap you from behind, or would you rather tap five different dudes?
Brayden, you go first.
Same question?
Tap five dudes, or have five guys tap you from
I'm
behind?
giving it to five guys. I ain't taking it.
So is it better to take or to receive?
It's better to take. The grin on his face. Look, like for me, I'd be like, you know what? I'd rather fuck five dudes in the ass than get it in my ass, because I'm gonna keep that thing tight. I'm not taking it in the ass. I'll give it to five other guys, but I ain't taking it.
What's your answer?
Same as Brayden, I guess.
Okay. Would you rather?
You gotta answer it too.
You know what? As much as I'd have to agree with him, I'll take one for the team and take it from behind like a champ.
Oh, you go to the shitter, it's just gonna fall right out. You're gonna sit there and go.
So
just one whole thing.
So here's another one. Would you guys rather have $10 million, or would you rather have the ability to learn how to learn? So by that I mean like learning how to learn anything depending on the situation. So you could learn how to be a multimillionaire and potentially make more than $10 million, or to have a $10 million lump sum off the bat.
You go first. This isn't a fuck a dude in the ass kind of question.
You enjoy that.
I'd like the immediate money like right away, but I think like in the long term. Like let's say you did learn how to be like a really good businessman. Like is it like super learning? Like you could learn to be the best? Like
Yeah, just having the ability to learn how to learn anything in any situation.
I could be like a doctor, be a million. I'd do the learn. I think I did.
See that's a tough question, because sure, I'd like to take that big lump sum of money right away, but if you say that I could take any kind of learning, I'd love to learn how to build motorcycles.
Exactly.
I'd take that knowledge, become like a really, really, really good builder, and be able to sell those for beginner to intermediate.
Yeah.
And then when they feel as if they can go higher up, have the really nice ones, and they can afford it, go like that. And you could double, almost quadruple your profit.
Start your own motorcycle brand.
There you go. So I would say for myself, okay, yes, $10 million instantaneously would be great, because you could pay off any debt you have, help, you could put a good chunk away, you could buy a house, you could buy a new car, and then with the rest of it, you could take part of that. So let's say you pay off your debt, put half of that $10 million in savings. That's $5 million in savings. Have that keep growing. The other $5 million you use to pay off your debt, pay off school, go to school, buy a house, buy a car, and then whatever's left over you could use to invest and potentially make more. But I would have to say, learning how, I'd rather have the ability to learn. So, just because you could have a chance of making more than that $10 million.
Well, you can have a little business.
Indeed. So here's another one. Would you rather be the president, or would you rather be a senator?
Senator.
Why?
I want to look like I'm 90 years old at 45.
Okay, John
And
McCain.
it's just, I don't know.
What about you, president or senator?
I wouldn't mind being a president. I would do right by the people instead of just because I'm there, I'm making all this money. That doesn't matter to me.
Exactly.
I would not have a problem making really tough executive decisions that benefit both Democrats and Republicans.
Indeed.
Where as today, it's either some person is working for the left or some person is working for the right.
So I guess for me, if I was to become a president, I'd be an independent. Just because you can see the good and bad on both sides, you're not necessarily one or the other. You know, you might be more democratic leaning and liberal leaning on some stuff, but then on another subject you could be more towards the right. You know, so I think being kind of right there in the middle would give you the benefit, you know, of helping other people. But okay, so next question: would you rather go bungee jumping off the Empire State Building, or would you rather go base jumping in a squirrel suit off the Empire State Building?
What's base jumping?
So you have that like full body suit, like you look like a flying squirrel.
And you
Like
glide.
So that or bungee jumping off the Empire State Building.
You get a parachute though with that chute.
Still
Where you fly.
scary as like
What would you rather do?
if you're like just jumping off the building without anything. Even though you know you have.
So you
I think it'd be more fun to do the.
okay. So here's the thing. Yes, you are jumping off the building. Would you rather have a bungee cord attached to your feet, or would you rather have a suit with a parachute on it?
Look at it this way. For me, I'll answer this one right off the cuff. I would rather do base jumping in a squirrel suit than bungee jumping because
The cord can snap.
yeah, the cord could snap. And what if you don't really like that feeling of once you hit where that hits its tension point, it fucking
Like your brain.
it jolts you. It stops you
Brain
and brings
flies
you
out
back.
of the top. Yeah.
I would rather jump off a building
Because once you land,
with
you're
that
done.
suit, yeah, and fly and glide for a little while, and then pull a chute and feel that jolt upward versus coming from my feet and feeling all that shock the opposite way.
But it would help stretch your back out too.
Yeah. It'll pull all them vertebrae.
What about you, Zay?
I do the base jumping. Although the thing is, if you like, especially since it's at the Empire State Building, like you could land like anywhere because that's a really tall building. You could land on a street. You can land on a building. Like it's.
So
I don't know. That part just like kind of scares me. But I'd rather do that than bungee jumping.
So here's another good one. Would you rather be eaten by a shark or eaten by a whale?
Oh, crap. As a whale's inside, it's just like so like huge and it's so not. I don't know.
That's what she
Would
said.
you be like chewed up by like the shark, like bitten?
Wait, so if you had to die,
How do you think a shark?
so let me rephrase that. If you had to die either by being eaten by a shark or eaten by a whale, how would you rather go out?
Whale.
Oh,
Then
that
actually
totally makes
Depends
sense.
on how long it takes you to. Well, it'll be more painful right
Well, 'cause
away
it-
by a shark, but a whale, you'll just be digested with acid, which will hurt like a lot, and it'll take a lot longer.
So I guess do you want the? I guess initially, do you want to?
A quick death or a slow death?
You dying either way.
Quick, scarier death.
So shark wise then,
Yeah.
you.
I'll take a shark attack. As long as they bite somewhere where there's a major artery and I bleed fast, then he
I'd
can
rather
You know-
just have them bite.
you know
my
what?
neck.
he
my
can
neck.
munch on me like
It-
a fucking pork grinder.
What I think would be really cool is to be attacked by both. Not, but
Attacked by a shark and then eaten by a whale.
Yeah,
And
okay.
then digested and die as you're bleeding.
what he said.
Oh,
Okay, so here's another one. Would you rather sleep with a stripper or sleep with Donald Trump
so
in the same bed for 24 hours?
24 hours. Can we have a divider in the middle of the bed?
You're adorable.
Oh, can we have? Let me repeat. Can we have a wall in the middle of the bed?
It's gonna be huge. We're gonna build a wall.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. So.
I'm taking it in the ass from Papa Trump.
Oh,
You
so
got my
okay.
answer.
So here's kind of a fun and funny one. Would you rather have one item off of the one item of every single thing that McDonald's offered, blended up into a shake, or would you rather have one item off the whole entire Taco Bell menu, blended up in a shake, and you had to drink it for a chance for. And if you drink it all, you get $5 million. What would you rather do?
You can get $5 million from McDonald's or Taco Bell.
Yep. They take the whole entire money, blend it up, and you have to drink it.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Quiero Taco Bell. I'd rather eat a bunch of Mexican food blended up than fucking hamburgers and shit blended up into a fucking
Yeah, I don't
smoothie.
trust.
Burgers,
I don't
chicken.
I don't trust
Mm-mm,
McDonald's.
mm-mm.
Why are McDonald's chicken nuggets shaped like freaking boots and?
Supposedly they made out of
I
like
got
the
it.
leftovers
Don't
of chicken.
trust it.
I'd say Taco Bell too.
Yeah,
I
Taco
got a
Bell.
good one.
What's it?
Would you rather repeatedly get kicked in the balls by a donkey
Oh,
for 2 hours
Yeah.
or
Oh.
get skull fucked by a horse?
Oh, Jesus.
For how long? You get
For
there's
about,
this dude
for about half an hour.
There's this dude who did that and he died from internal injury.
But here's the thing: you'll live through both of them, and you won't have to have medical treatment.
That's easy. Hey, I'm gonna let the horse dude sling on me.
Now that's down your mouth. So you gotta remember, a horse's dick can get as long as a man's forearm almost.
Okay, I'm getting kicked in the dick for 2 hours by a donkey. Oh God, I can just feel
that
it.
is